Don't you think you ought to tell me who you are first?
Why?
On a bright, sunny, or rainy day, I can listen to K Rene. Topics of the day: why sex don't match the love, our relationship sucks, why the boys play, experience immaturity, politics and currency gains, economics. Spotify it, you can find it. Sign of the times for the deaf, dumb and blind. Don't miss it. Call the number one, state your name and what's your interest. K Rene, K Rene.
What's going on, everybody? Is your favorite podcast host, K Rene, the one that says all the shit you may still be afraid to say. And if not, I am happy that you have turned a new leaf, a new page, and you have come out of your shell. Welcome to this new episode of the week, for the week. And yes, I have been doing a lot. Life has been lifing. I usually drop these on Saturday, but I have a lot of other things going on. I have 2 different businesses that I'm running, and that one is a cleaning service business, and that is Galaxy. That's how you guys pronounce it here in Baltimore, but it's actually Galaxy Cleaning Services, LLC. And if you're looking for cleaning services, residential or commercial, please make sure that you hit me up via email or on my Instagram at Galaxy Cleaning Services. That is GALAKSY. Or you can email you can email me at galaxycleaning@gmail.com. Also, I run a cake business. You're missing a slice cakes. I do homemade baked goods as far as my pound cakes. I do lemon. I do sweet potato. I just added 2 new ones to the menu, which is an Oreo and a strawberry with a homemade strawberry buttercream frosting. I don't know why I can't talk today. I have no idea what the problem is. Maybe I need another little drink of coffee. Maybe I have so much I want to tell you. I think maybe my anxiety is on, I don't know, like 2,000 today. I'm waiting on reviews. I want to hear from people. So far, so good. I think I may have an order coming in next weekend for the new strawberry pound cake. And so the kitchen is open, everybody. And I am really going to take the time to invest into this. I want to get a cart. I call it a cake cart. And I want to hook it on the back of my truck. I'm going to come through the residence, like the ice cream truck. Amazon has become our new ice cream truck as adults. So I might as well bring my little cake cart around and, just set up shop in your neighborhood with my cakes. And then when it's done, I'm gone. Another accomplishment that I had for going for me this week is I became a Safe Serve certified individual. So I am certified as to serve food. I can sell my products, and I got my cards, and I am valid for 3 motherfucking years. Thank you. I felt like I needed to thank you. Oh, thank you so much. I felt like I needed to do some footwork before I got out there. And I'm really, really going to make sure that I do these vending, what do you call it? I'm lost for words today. I don't know why, but I want to make sure that I have all of my ducks in a row, all of my I's are dotted, my T's are crossed, so that when I want to apply to be a vendor for certain events, there we fucking go, then I have my paperwork and I'm legit, and then we can keep on pushing and making some money. So funny thing is, I made these cakes yesterday, and then today there is an event where I could have become a vendor, but it was too late because of the fact you have to get your information in, I think, a couple of weeks ahead of time. So what I'm going to do, and I promise you all that the next event that they have, which is going to be in November, I will be there vending and selling my cakes. Yes. Listen. As a middle-aged woman, it is a lot. I'm telling you, it's like, this is like the next level of making sure that wherever you go from moving forward within the next amount of years that you have as far as to live your life, then this is where it's important to definitely live it to the fullest, because, you know, we only get one. And I need to set up things that's going to be, you know, decent and stable for my son. I only have one child. I know you all have heard me talk about him a lot. I love him dearly. We're going through the 8-year-old woes. There's certain things in his personality, you know, that he's doing now, and you can tell he's getting older. But yes, I need to make sure he's set up. And also with the cleaning business, he'll never have to wonder, where can he make money? He needs a job. You got it right here, son. You can come with me. You know how to do your thing. You know how to clean up your little area so far within the house. He has, you know, chores that he has to do, but he knows what needs to be done. And so therefore, give him a couple more years and he will be right on the site with me. And hopefully I want to leave it to him, creating generational wealth, so that he can take over the business, and then he can go out and maybe find, you know, some of the contracts and people on his own. So I'm praying that these things continue to work out. But right now I have a goal, everybody. And the goal is, I am not in my dream forever home. This is a startup house for me. If you will, please come with me down this candy cane lane, so that I can explain to you the issues that have been going on, because life has been really fucking lifing.
Ezekiel 25:17. The path of the righteous man is beset on all sides by the iniquities of the selfish and the tyranny of evil men. Blessed is he who in the name of charity and goodwill shepherds the weak through the valley of darkness, for he is truly his brother's keeper and the finder of lost children. And I will strike down upon thee with great vengeance and furious anger those who attempt to poison and destroy my brothers. And you will know my name is the Lord when I lay my vengeance upon thee.
So listen, you know, I like to break in and give you guys stories and shit like that. And if you're new to the show, welcome, because it is very fucked up over here, okay? The mouth, the topics, all of it. But I hope you're here to enjoy. And yes, please share the content. And make sure you follow me here on Spreaker, all streaming platforms. That's where you can find the podcast. Let's see, iHeartRadio, Google, Amazon, Spotify, you name it, I'm over there. And Apple too. iTunes, definitely. Yes, iTunes for the win. Man, whatever. I'm not even going to talk about Apple. Right now, I want to get into me. So life has been lifing, and I've really had to sit within myself. And I really found out, you know, within myself, how much I hate this fucking house. I appreciate my house. Don't get me wrong. It's giving us a roof over top of our head. But it feels like a fucking apartment complex. My walls are thin. I hear everybody's fucking life on both sides of me. It's so many fucking children around here. I think they got fucking issues social issues. They like, everybody's child just screams. They just scream all fucking day. The game is called Scream. We're going to run around. We're going to scream. And it's like, you know, you don't even want to be in your own house, because this is where you find your peace. you're zen, you can relax, you unwind, you want to open your windows, you want to get a nice breeze. Now, I'm not saying that kids can't play go outside and do their thing and stuff, but some of these people's parents, these kids' parents, they have no cutoff with their children. It's a school night. Why the fuck are you still outside running around in the fucking dark, screaming? And it's 10 o'clock. It's 10:30 at night. Now, I regret now having my room at the front of the fucking house, which is where the street is, because my street used to be quiet, but now it's like a fucking raceway. No one regards, as far as they disregard the speed bumps that are in this motherfucking street. They're flying up and down here. It's a two-way street on top of that. And then you got kids that don't know how to keep the noise level down. You know why? Because their parents are young and they're already in their fucked up way. Because they're young parents. I, being the oldest parent, I feel out of these children around here, even to my son, his friends, their parents, they're like in their mid-30s. I'm 4. Like, I'm an older parent, which means my patience is shorter. I don't have time. I really don't have the goddamn time. And you know what I really don't have time for is my son falling into that fucking category. I don't want him to be a fucking stupid ass kid. He gets honor roll. He gets rewarded for his grades from pre-K up until now. And I don't want to see him fall in that slippery fucking slope. It's hard as a parent, as an older parent, raising a younger child. Because again, it's going back to patience, and again, giving that tough, parenting, the tough love, the we're going to do as I say, not as I do, following my rules, putting the ground rules down, and understanding, look, it's going to be a time for this, it's going to be a time for that, but I'm going to cut the time when it comes to you being on the game, you being on the watching TV. My child is now in piano class again. He is also in glee club, and he's doing drums, and that means he gets to stay after school every day until 4 o'clock, Monday through Friday, because these are the extracurricular activities he needs to be involved in. Get yourself a musical skill set, son. Go ahead and learn some notes. Learn how to play an instrument. These things and these tools as to what you're doing right now, especially with your extracurricular, your education, your karate, this is going to help to build more of your character. So when you get to become a teenager, then you get into high school, and then you have something within a trade as within under your belt of something that you can do, as to where if you decide you want to go to college, I didn't say you had to, but again, we want the best for our children. That's what I'm looking to do. As a mom, I want my child to have better than what I had. Yes, I work. Yes, I'm counting down these 8 years that I got left before I can retire. And this is why I do so much shit that I do. I want to be able to come out of that fucking job and fall back on one of my businesses, and then let that pension come in and let my business work for me. And then therefore I can just fucking chill and fucking relax. Yeah, that was too loud. It's too loud. It's too loud. But I'm barking today. I'm barking today because I feel like that caged up dog. Since the new moon happened last week with the new moon in Virgo, it was like a fire was lit. I felt lighter, but I also felt motivated. I had to get shit done. And so here we are with the cakes and still running the cleaning business. Now, what I have also found within, as far as living here in this house that feels like a fucking apartment complex, it's the motivation that's pushing me now to move the fuck out. So basically, I have a goal. The goal is to raise enough money to get certain things fixed, as far as upgraded in the house. 3, put this bitch on the market and find me somewhere out this motherfucking city. Now, I will not relocate to another state at this time because of the fact that I still am working here in this state. And it would be very difficult, especially working from home, when it comes to the doctor appointments and keeping the health insurance and all of those things, because that's very important. But needless to say, It's time to fucking go. I need a house that has my own personal driveway. I'll even take a goddamn garage also. So in case I need to pull up inside that bitch, that works too. I am tired of finding a place to park. I'm tired of having all the noise around me. I'm tired of people neglecting their own fucking house around me in the area where I live. I got dogs barking. I feel so bad for some people who have pets. I feel bad for the pet. It's not the people. Because I think, honestly, some people have this whole dream or this vision like, oh, when I get a house, I got to get a dog. I used to want a dog until I understand what it means to take care of a dog. And that's more work than I think within taking care of a child, especially because of the fact that there are times, especially in my fucking 44-old self, that I don't feel like getting up early. Yes, I have to because I have to get ready for work. I have to get my son ready for school. But I don't want to walk no fucking dog. I don't want to go do the shots. I don't want to hear the fucking barking in my own house. I don't. To all you dog lovers and owners, to each his own, that is great. Obviously, you have the time. Hopefully, you're taking care of your pet very well and as they should be taken care of. But I don't want to just have things to say I got something. It's just the same within these fucked up relationships. I'll get to that in a moment. Anyway, as I was jamming off because I lost it for a second. It's okay. It's okay. I want to talk about some current events of everything that's pretty much going on. But actually, what I want to tell you, as opposed to making a cake, 2 new cakes yesterday, don't forget you can also follow me on TikTok at Rene Show. That's RENE Show. Because I put clips up there as well for every fucking thing that I do. But I also rode a horse yesterday. It was my first time riding a horse. Oh, I had my Beth Dutton going on. It was such a spirit animal. She is my spirit animal. Oh, speaking of Beth Dutton, I just love her so. I love her so much. Of course, we know it's a character. But I got up on that horse as if I knew exactly what I was doing. The guy was like, okay, cowgirl. And I was like, yeah. And I was like, I got this shit, buddy. Let me ride. But it was really fun. So actually was able to accomplish that. I wanted to actually do that with my ex, but that didn't work out because we didn't stay together. Obviously, that's why she's next. But anyway, moving forward. So, as I was saying, this week has been, like I said, it's been lifing, but overall, things have been good. Things have come out to be great, and I'm very happy about that. So let's talk about what the fuck happened at the New York Giants game and the Dallas Cowboys game. Everybody in the stadium was just like, all right, I'm gonna head on out. Seriously, the score was ridiculous. I don't even understand why anybody stayed to watch any of the rest of the game. Maybe they were ticket holders, like season ticket holders, and they felt like, I got to get my season ticket holder money worth. But I mean, nobody was fucking, did New York come to fucking play? Seriously, because that game was done. It was dead. It was dead at the door. And I know this is Sunday and everybody's already probably in their TV watching games. That's great and everything like that. You can check this shit out tomorrow whenever you get a chance. And if you're listening live, thank you for coming. But that game was tight. It was bad and it looked serious. Also, prayers to Morocco. 2,100 plus people dead from an earthquake. Wow. Jesus, you want to talk about the fact of end of days, Revelations? Are we going there? I mean, the Bible is a great book. Don't get me wrong. It's a lot of great chapters and stories and stuff in there. It makes you wonder within the Bible, because I've been wanting to know, honestly, there's different versions to the Bible and stuff. I'm not going to get all into that. But who was sitting under the tree, just, taking shit of a stone to a tablet and was just writing this shit down I'm gonna write the best book ever. Because it's still one of those mysteries to me. Who was there that got all this information? Anyway, moving right along. I don't know if you're a Tommy fan. I don't know if you like Tommy from Power. Book 4, Force. Yes, I was so surprised to see my girl from The Chi being very fucking versatile in the fucking role playing a heterosexual woman. And I don't know why I can't, is it Taj? I don't know why I can't think of her name right now. But anyway, she is, again, the one within the lesbian couple on The Chi. And that's Kevin's, other mom. And like I said, I don't know why her name won't come to my head right now, to my head. But yeah, she's playing a lesbian there, which in real life she is a lesbian. But she's playing a hetero in Power Force. What a fucking man. And I was like, hold up. And I saw the wig, but I knew them lips. I'm good with face characteristics and features and things of that nature. And I was like, I know that mouth. And then I knew that voice. I am a TV queen. I'm a show queen. I'm a movie queen. As soon as I see a character, hear something that sounds familiar, I'm going to pause for the cause. I'm going to Google, bitch, and I'm going to find out, where do I know them from? I know I don't know them personally, but I know them within my TV watching realm. So yeah, shout out to her for the versatility that she got going on, because The Chi is going to end, this is, like I said, the last season. And I just have to prepare myself every week to fucking cry. Every week. I think it's getting worse than This Is Us. This Is Us used to pull my whole heart out and then step on it and then be like, here you go, you can put it back. Yeah. In other news, Kamala Harris, vice president, had a hip hop 50th birthday party at the house. I mean, her moves were a little sketchy. But I think she might be partying, on the hip hop level for different reasons, I'm just saying she might need to be like president, like real soon. Oh, because I don't know. I don't know what's going on, man. These leaders and senators and all of the decrepits, the fuck is going on over there in that goddamn party? Because that shit is wild as fuck. And that, as they say, man will destroy the world. That's what they said. And AI is going to follow right up behind and finish this bitch off. It's going to dust it off like fucking dust off of furniture. And then we can take a selfie with that, can't we? Just take pictures and be like, we didn't make it. Yeah, I know we didn't. It's the end. I'm telling you, they put shit out for a reason for us, y'all. iRobot, that's all I'm going to say. That's all I'm going to say. AI, they had that out before iRobot came out. Then they got the new movie coming, or it's out already. I can't even keep up, but I think it's called like We're Gonna Die or something like that. I don't know, but it's about them saving an AI child or some shit. Like, oh, y'all better pay the fuck attention. In other news, can we talk about Monopoly Go? Monopoly Go and how it's addictive. Like, I feel like Pookie. Like, I need it, man. I turn it on. I mean, I feel like fuck everything else going on. I go into my Monopoly Go to see who blew up and knocked shit down and stole money from me. Okay? That's what I check in the morning. Everything else falls by the wayside, but I'll get to it later. I think for me, and I wasn't a Candy Crush person. I didn't download Candy Crush, but this shit right here, my nigga, this shit is lit. Everybody on there, I'm sending invites to people, and I'm like, damn, I think what it is that you can't help but to keep winning. You just win. You win all day. You win all the time. It's the noises for me. It's the money that keeps coming in for me. It's all of it. It's the sound effects. It's all of it. I love it all. Keep it coming. Keep it coming. But I haven't actually stepped off to buy a pack of stickers or dice yet. I ain't all in it like that, but I am in an awesome group and they give you free dice every fucking day, and some come back in the middle of the day and leave more dice, and I'll be like, yes, bitch, yes. But yeah. Also, can we talk about the fact of how we got What the fuck is going on? We got the Ford, GM, and Stellantis are on strike. Like, talk about you ain't gonna get a car. Like, seriously. Like, this shit is weird. Like, everything is just going down the wrong pipes. These people are looking for a 40% pay hike, okay? Which is really detrimental to the economy. And that's going to fuck with all of us. So I guess, if you don't got a bike or if you thought you wanted a car, you kind of missed it because it's about to be a fucking problem to try to get a fucking car unless they get this shit to fucking together. Like, I don't know if you like Ford and GM. Stellantis seem like they got a couple of other little people up underneath them and shit. But I'm telling you, pay attention. Watching within the way that the world is changing, look at what everybody is starting to invest in when it comes to their rides. My ride. Electric. I don't know now if they're going to start trying to push out more charging stations for you to have one at home and stuff like that, because that's going to be the question that needs to be answered. But everybody's starting to move towards electric. You already know we had the gas scare where they took the gas away and then people were putting it in plastic bags in their trunk. You remember that shit? I know you remember that shit. That shit was crazy as fuck. People were riding around taking a chance of blowing up while they just trying to drive the gas home in a goddamn plastic whatever. Yeah, exactly. They're also holding a poll, as I was speaking about with the presidents and everything, about what's the oldest? Like, where do we cap off? Like, number 44. He was the dopest one we had besides, my boy Clinton and everything like that, and there were others in the past. I wasn't born, a few. But he was in his right mind. These fuck people, the fuck is going on? They can't even figure out that they eat yet, that they take their vitamins. Let me take this inshore with me on the plane, Air Force One. I don't. They're not in their right mind to be making these decisions. I think, honestly, there should be a cap when it comes to running for president. I think you got to have a stable mind and being able to make decisions. Other than that, you should not be running. I'm sorry. Okay. If you think about it, in school, we had president elections for class president and secretary and the treasury and all of that stuff. And they were young. And it made sense because it was within the group of people, their peers, same age, come on. Like, yeah, I think it should still be the same. Even though we got older people in the world, but we still need somebody that's younger. Don't these older people need somebody young in their life to help them out because they're now older? I'm just saying. I know I helped out my grandparents when they were older because I was younger and I had, of course, more in me to give, energy, movement, time, my mind was still in good. It was still intact. I'm hoping for that for myself if, to make it to that age, and then my son can help me out too. I just don't want to be a burden on, my child. That's all. I feel bad sometimes because, my parents are older. My dad is the oldest from my mom. And I be feeling like he's sometimes a little bit of a burden to me. I'm so content within my space that sometimes I'm not for company and I don't want people here and I don't want to entertain and I don't want to cook for everybody. And, I just like to be. And that's what makes it bad, especially being mid-age and single. You just like to be content. You've come to being fixed in your way. The older you get, the more fixed you become. You sound like a fucking cat. Have your pet spayed or neutered? Yeah, they're fixed. Yeah. Speaking of which, that middle-age shit, I'm telling you right now, men, I don't know what's going on. Y'all have become the most socially awkward motherfuckers on these planets, man. Like, you can't get right. You guys are like, you walk around like your name is Radio. You remember Radio, the movie? Yeah, Cuba Gooding Jr. He won both of them. The pies, pie. Both of them. Like, y'all can't do anything anymore. I'm sorry, ladies. I'm seeing you all in pain. One lady posted a meme, and I must read it to you. I thought it made perfect sense. It was hilar to me, and it rained a lot of truth. And it said, let's just be clear. When you get into your middle age, like I said, you gotta be careful. But it was saying something like, you men out here don't know how to be men anymore. Y'all need to have a seat and let a real woman show you how it's done. Like, yeah, put your fucking skirt on and let me show you how it's done. Because y'all have lost it. You really have. I don't understand, what do you think is going to come to you? I mean, honestly, I get some insecurities with men. They're scared to approach or say anything to people first. But then I also understand to see why a lot of you motherfuckers are single. It's kind of like going back to picking teams in school, if you will. And you got two sides. And it's like, oh, I'm going to pick them. I don't want them on my team. Or it's like being at a school dance for the first time and the hormones, adolescence, and puberty and all that's trying to kick in, and you're trying to figure out because you're still awkward and you're like, I don't even know if I should dance with them or not. But here's the situation. This is exactly where we have reverted to as far as the comeback now as we are older, and you got those boys standing on one side and you got the girls standing on the other side, and nobody's coming out into the middle to dance. And see, this is why everybody's going to basically just pretty much be without no relationships, because you all men don't know how to court. You don't know how to talk. You don't know how to make plans. You guys just want to sit on your ass and your dick and just think that everything's supposed to continue to try to come to you. Who the fuck do you think you are? Then you get older to the extent where you really want to settle down, and then half your goddamn body parts and shit don't work. And the main one that ain't working, it'd be like your dick, because you got erectile dysfunction. You can't get hard. You get hard. Maybe you're hard for maybe a minute, 2 minutes. You got about a good 10 pump strokes in you, and then it's back there. Wah, wah, wah. I mean, seriously, you think women still want that? You think they're going to invest in that? Seriously, do you think they're gonna fucking invest in that shit? No, they don't want to invest in that, because you're now wasting their time. They can get a rose, they can get a fucking several dildos, straps, whatever. They can have one harness, they can sit on it, they can ride, they can have a whole good ass fucking time without you being there, because of the fact that, again, you feel like you king ding-a-ling and you the shit. Yeah, you the shit all right. You ain't shit. And that's, again, like I said, it's why women just feel as though it's better off for them to just be on by themselves. It's not worth the time. It really isn't. It really, really isn't. You want somebody to court you. Again, check out the episode last week that I talked about as far as a strong one will be the right one. And you want to be in a relationship where you feel comfortable enough to be able to let guards and walls down, to be a bit submissive. Now, I did have some feedback on that, and that's cool. I love the feedback. I love your comments. I love your opinions. I wish you give them more to me. I appreciate them. I take them in. Make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel, because I do the YouTube lives over there where I do the visuals as far as little video episodes. With me in my wonderful basement. I call it the bunker. But other than that, you'll see what I'm talking about. Speaking of which, with the middle age, let's be fucking clear on this shit. You got to be careful. You got to be damn careful how you step, how you dance. Walking is everything. Okay, the little sounds or the cracks, they're very scary. I rub my left foot every day, and I'm going to tell you why. Because she's going to turn her goddamn back on me, okay? If I could turn back time, if I can find a way. I have broke her 3 times. Fractured, hairlines, broken, cast, crutches, the whole 9. That arthritis is going to be a wicked old witch when she sets in to my fucking left foot one day. I know it's coming. I know it is. I hate Walmart. I know it was a rabbit hole I jumped into, but I hate fucking Walmart. They make you buy something. I mean, it's not like a bully standing at the door and they like, you gonna get something, you better buy something, you're gonna get in line, you gotta scan out. No. It's just the way that Walmart has everything lit up and the signs are huge and it makes you want to just step right on over and see what the hell is going on. And I go there for Dunkin's. Yep, because I run on Dunkin's still. And that is, that's the setup. My Dunkin's is in there, but I got to walk through Walmart to get to the Dunkin's. And then I wind up stepping off and buying shit. And I'm like, man, that was fucked. I didn't need that. But yeah, gets me every goddamn time. It gets me every time. But as I was basically saying, as I wanted to talk a little bit about conspiracy theories.
Won't you tell us all about it? At the beginning. Yeah. And when you come to the end, stop. Babe.
It's weird. And let's just see if you feel the same way. Like I said with Revelations, and they said all these kinds of different bugs and creatures and shit would, emerge and, it'd be weird for us because it wouldn't be normal shit. But this is our new norm because, the world changed in 2020, which it was supposed to. That was the start. And of course we got our cicadas that only come out, whenever, whatever. Every 17 years or something like that or whatever. I watch the Animal Channel, okay? I watch the Animal Channel because I like to know not just, how animals live and survive and thrive, but the newer animals that they put on the Animal Channel, okay? And I'll be like, what the fuck is that? Now, I will say this. A capybara is something I would love to have as a little pet. They are so cute. But let's talk about these goddamn lanternflies. Can we do that for a minute? There's been so many conspiracy theories throughout the times, even down to the aliens, okay? And then now they're even trying to say, oh, no. There's been no signs. We've had telescopes and people and astronauts and video footage and cameras all set up on top of the fucking earth and in space and everything like that. We've had no signs of life. Somebody posted some shit that they had unveiled a covering of 2 aliens. And these aliens keep looking the same as they keep looking and have been looking for the last several years that I've been alive. Long, elongated necks, heads, big eyes. They're supposed to be short like children, real small. I'm like, oh, they don't get any taller? Okay, it's like my child's height, I guess. I don't know. Yeah, but they don't, they're not real and it's a hoax and nobody's seen them. You mean to tell me goddamn well that these pilots and people that are flying, especially them nights, that you got the red eyes, and then the people that have shown video footage of light show shit hanging and jumping off in the sky and stuff. One thing I know, it could be one of 2 things. It's a whole setup. So when they're going to come on down, we're going to be the next contestant on The Price is Right. Or we ain't to be fucked with because, they already, again, as I think they observe and they see as far as how we live and how we are around our own people. They like, they're the ghetto. I'm just coming down here to get a couple of little carrots, some of the little vegetables we don't have on, in space, and we out. We just come through here and get some of the vegetation and we just fly on back home. We won't make no sounds. And the funny thing is, if they are flying around and everything like that, and if they have all this technology and things of that nature, then why haven't they come down? Especially if they could take us out like that. Do you think they want this piece of shit world that we live in? I mean, honestly, this shit is probably like how I feel in my house. It's a fucking apartment. This fucking world is the ghetto. They don't want to be. What do they want from us? We didn't fucked it. We fucked this place up bad. I feel like it's on the you got a right to fight to party Beastie Boys video. That's what I feel like we looking like to them on this fucking planet. But let's talk about them goddamn lantern flies, okay? The ones you got to sneak up behind to stomp on them. As that was what was given to us. What was given to us was kill them all. Kill them all. The people on the news within Habitat Life, all the people within them groups and them clubs, it was like you got to just smash them. First of all, you got to run behind this bitch and sneak up and be like, ha! Because I think they feel our energy knowing we're coming and then they flutter right on off. Also, when do they die? I mean, it's been cold weather, hot weather. I don't even know when they thrive. And how did they spread every fucking where? I mean, it came from one place, a couple, they were only here, and then they just populated everywhere. Another thing is they're supposed to be very poisonous. Have you really looked at one really clearly? Their bodies is like this grayish blue color. And then on the back of their wings is just red dots. And they start off from something else before they get to that. And I mean, really? Like, seriously. Like, they just mass population. Like, so quick and fast. That shit's scary. That's a new bug. I've seen some other newer ones, too. Not as far as really out and about, but just as far as just on other things. And then with the fact that they had the... what was it, like tadpoles or fish or something, little baby fish, little minnows that were raining from the sky. But supposedly that happens. Only time I seen that happen is when I was watching the fucking series, The Watchmen. And again, y'all, go back to The Watchmen. When it was raining and it opened up and all the little fish and shit was falling out of the fucking sky with the heavy ass rain. That was the rain. So you're going to tell me, even down to The Simpsons, putting shit together ahead of its time, before it even happens, of the predictions that they had, that they have been 99.9% correct and accurate? Like, it's no motherfucking way. Are you really still going to call these things conspiracies? We are the bulliest of the bulliest countries in the world. Look at how China... is it Korea? Him, that guy, fucking him and Putin shaking hands, coming to deals, helping him to probably get some fucking ammunition and some weapons over there. We still got this war going on. Well, not we, but they do with Russia and Ukraine. Like, this shit is fucking nuts. Sean Penn went over there a couple of times and talking and chit-chatting with the president. Like, you know, this shit hasn't even stopped. And then it's just not within the bugs. It's everything else. Like they said, it's 2023. So what's going to happen on the next even of the year, 2024? So what are we going to break into next? I just want to be able to take a little trip, you know, say I moved, you know, become a little successful, you know, and then, yeah, y'all can do what you want to do. I mean, it's going to be what it's going to be anyway. But I'm just saying there's been so many other conspiracies, like even down to the moon landing from 1969. They're saying as far as that they staged the landing and that the secret has been protected by the CIA ever since, because the shadows of the misaligned shadows, basically, that of the astronaut and the waving flag. The flag moving in the wind, but no stars in the sky whatsoever. The misaligned shadows, basically. Like the flag wasn't where it was supposed to be, nor was the shadow of the astronaut. The government killed JFK. That was another one. One of the most popular, that it was the government behind the assassination. Many assassinations, they don't believe that Lee Harvey Oswald acted alone. He was very liked, John F. Kennedy, especially by the blacks. Yeah, and again, it's still the same fight to this day. Don't nobody want to mess with the black folks. Now the Hispanics have actually become the new black folks. They done took over everything. They done bumped us up a little bit. The COVID-19 was engineered by the media. Okay, well, if that's a hoax, people are still getting sick, still walking around with masks, but also the fucking hoax within the hoax itself is the vaccinations, the vaccine. Did they work? No, people were still getting COVID because it's just like the fact of the flu. If I'm going to get a flu vaccine, I should not get the goddamn flu. The flu vaccine has remnants of the flu. So my body should be able to take the antibodies and then basically build it up. And then therefore, if anybody's around me with a flu, I should be protected. Like them goddamn shields in Monopoly Go, that when you build up your shields, nobody can fuck up your landmarks. Just saying. Also, what else? Disney created Frozen as a distraction, because of the fact that, the conspiracy was that Walt Disney and the cryogenics technology to freeze himself when he died, even though the Disney family, they, say that's not true. But however, they had this new theory that the Walt Disney Company created Frozen as a way to hack Google's search algorithm and distract consumers from information about the Walt Disney's possible frozen procedure. How about the Denver International Airport is the Illuminati's headquarters? Did you know that? The Illuminati leads to the conspiracy of the rabbit hole that the Denver International Airport believe a lot of Illuminati believers. They're convinced it's the secret group's headquarters. The airport has embraced the rumors by poking fun at it, but that hasn't stopped people from believing secret tunnels and lizards' lairs lurk beneath the building. God damn. Yeah. Wow. So they got Planet V under the fucking airport. Also, the world is flat. Okay. Across the globe. Believing the world is flat and stationary rather than a rotating orb, as science would lead them to believe. Okay, so here's another thing with the aliens and shit. I know y'all watch Star Wars. Where them fucking characters come from? Where'd the characters from Star Wars come from? They made them up too. Ahsoka, shit, there ain't nobody up there like her. Ain't nobody on them planets like that. The band, Jabba the Hutt's band, fucking elephant looking thing and something else, and they playing instruments and shit. You're gonna tell me honestly, where did these characters come from? Because somebody could not have just made shit up out of their head and was like, this is what we're gonna make them to look like. Especially if they keep portraying that this is what the aliens look like. You don't think that they look in other forms as well, like the Star Wars characters? Okay. Did you know Prince Charles is a vampire? Yep. And Bigfoot is definitely real. Just saying. And the Nazis had a secret base in Antarctica. Did you know that? Did you know that? They had a secret base in Antarctica that housed advanced technology like UFOs. They don't have no evidence, but, it's been written that, that's what it is. We're all living in the Matrix. Did you know that? People think we are. We're living in a real life simulation. The theory, though, is supported by the crazy coincidences and happenings that occur during a glitch in the Matrix, which this could be anything from recognizing the same background character to losing track of time. Yeah. The funny thing is I never watched any of the Matrix, but, I feel like I need to get into it. I did finish all the John Wicks. I did, except for 4. I didn't watch 4. I got to get to 4. I think 4 actually came on yesterday, I believe. I got to look. Also, the moon is supposedly not real. Yeah, but we keep having full moons and blue moons, but they are saying that the traction with the flat earthers, and they think the moon is simply a projection. Like they just projected up into the sky. Also, the Titanic, it didn't really sink. It's so many things out here that we have as far as to where we believe, don't believe, can believe, but we also dive more in depth into it, because the way that shit has been going now within our world, and it's starting to make a lot of sense to where it seems like a lot of things are actually true. And within the fact of being true, it seems like it makes you want to dive a little bit deeper to actually see, really, honestly, how much truth is here, and really for us to just do our own research and figure what we want to believe and what we can and cannot. But if we have proof of shit that's now coming more to light, just like the fact of getting older. You knew your bones were going to get older. You know they were going to crack. Why? Because we were told, and we've watched older people. We've watched people in our lives age and get old and talk about it, their pains and their ailments and things. I understand that I now know what they have felt, what they were feeling, what they were going through. And I just know to keep myself out of situations, especially when I get older, like not being in the heat too much. I don't want to have the ambulance called for me because it's just too hot because it's my age. That's $500 we can keep in the pocket. I don't want to. No. We do not need to do any of that at all. Okay. So basically, I'm just saying, keep your head on a swivel. Don't have to really pay too much attention to the news, but do your own research. Maybe go back on some of those movies that we used to watch as kids, ones that we watched a few years or a decade or so ago. Look at the new ones that are coming out. I think the people who produce the movies, and I wish they get off this goddamn writing strike because this shit is driving me fucking nuts. But I think if we look into the things that they're putting out and producing, especially with the newer movies that are coming out, they're trying to give us little keys and clues and tips, people. So please continue to pay attention. Thank you so much. I appreciate you all tuning in today with me. If you were live, make sure you leave a comment. Make sure you follow. Make sure you subscribe to the YouTube channel, K Rene Show. And also, if you want to be on the show, you got feedback, comments, let me know. Hit me up, and I'll be more than happy to talk with you. Until then, have a great week, everyone, and I will talk with you next week. Bye.